for Netbook News. Today we're going to start a series of stories about netbooks for kids, netbooks in education. The easiest way for us to do that is to look at netbooks in schools. So we're going to start off with two people I know, Scott and Sheila of the English House. Now they were considering integrating netbooks into their curriculum, so they've actually started off with 2 Classmate PCs in their school. So we're actually going to follow them to see if they have any educational value, how they feel the children are acclimatizing to them. So we're actually going to follow them on a series of videos over the next few months. So this is the first video to give you a feel of who Scott and Sheila are and what they're planning on doing with their Classmate PCs at the English House.
Hi, I'm Sheila McIntosh and this is my husband Scott, and we are the owners of the English House, an after-school ESL cram school here in Taipei. What we do is we teach English to kids from grade 1 up to junior high. They usually come in twice a week and 2 hours each time, and we try to get them to develop their skills in reading, listening, speaking, and conversation.
Yeah, when we look into using any kind of computers in the classroom, what we're thinking about is cost. And so if it's worth investing that money into these, if it's going to substantially enhance their learning, then this is something you really consider. But if it's just a gimmick or some gadget to get them in the door, but doesn't have any educational value, then it's not something that we'd invest that kind of money in. But
yeah, right now we just have 2 of these to try out.
We keep our classes
we're going to see how it goes and see how they work in the classroom and along with our curriculum. And if we feel that it really does enhance our program, then we would consider getting 10 of them so each student in the class can have one instead of sharing amongst themselves.
As an educator, you had some reservations about whether or not the Classmate PC actually had educational and substantial value. Mm-hmm. It's obviously too soon to tell.
Right.
But moving forward, what are you looking for?
One thing that we're looking for is something that's going to enhance their learning. So the risks become, if it comes in the classroom, just becomes a source of conflict. Oh, I want this, or I want to use it, or just a novelty. It's a fun toy, but they don't really get anything from it. And I think a lot of that will come down to how we apply it and the programming software that is on it or comes with it. Because it has to have, at the end of the day, if I'm going to allocate 30 minutes to using this, would that have been better doing a traditional class? And that's kind of what we're considering.
Sheila, you mentioned that when the kids come in, it's usually just a few times a week.
Right.
So you have different types of classes and different types of structures.
Right.
How do you see the Classmate PC actually working into some of the school plans and the classroom?
With a lot of our older kids, because they're shy by nature, something like this can help stimulate conversation, stimulate debate on different topics. And for them, and for a lot of kids too, when their knowledge of English is so low, sometimes a picture says more than words. So by looking things up and using it in the classroom and showing them examples, then they get a better understanding of the concepts and of the things they're learning about. Like, for example, in stories, if they're learning about sharks, different kinds of sharks, or in phonics, different ways to apply phonics, rather than just using the blackboard and memorizing different words. They can maybe use activities to enhance their knowledge.
Excellent. And Scott, I know you had a class as well that you were thinking of applying the Classmate PC in.
Yeah, definitely. We have a daytime program that is theme-based for each week, and they'll do science, arts and crafts, game and role play, and a few other kind of areas around a theme. So what we would like to do is use these in conjunction with those themes, whether it be Christmas or sports or community, these kind of things. And in that class we have a lot more time to sit down with it and really kind of apply it, whether it be not just in a language context but in an art or science context too.
Now you'd considered bringing netbooks into your school even before you'd heard about the Classmate PC.
Absolutely.
Now what is it about smaller computers for students that you think is valuable towards their education?
I think as kids grow, they need to learn to be independent. And I think that the world we live in today, kids are comfortable using computers and do a lot of that at home. So bringing computers into the classroom, I think, takes advantage of that kind of base knowledge that they already have using computers. and just gives them an opportunity to converse and to have fun and enjoy the learning process.
Okay. So you've had the Classmate PCs for, I think, a day, maybe two.
Yeah.
What have been your first impressions of them?
They're cute.
Yeah, yeah. Very cute. We showed them to the kids. They all gathered around, were interested and excited. Everyone wanted to know what they were, what they did. The touch screen was kind of cool. They thought that was pretty neat. Immediately asked how much they cost. But yeah, they were huge interest, which was really great. A lot of times you find kids can be very shy. So this is a great kind of, just looking at it was a conversation starter for them. So that was good.